Yo, what's up guys? I am super excited for this video because in this video I'm going to be going over my opening day picks for Draftkings. It's been a long time. We've been waiting for baseball for a long time, but it's finally back and it's not going to leave us for like 9-10 months, which is great. So before we get started, please slap a like on this video if you're excited about baseball being back. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be doing videos for baseball almost regularly like I've been doing for NBA. You can join us still for this $50 until opening day starts. So you get all Draftkings for the whole year, FanDuel for the whole year, an article, Slack access, which I will be emailing out either today or tomorrow. And if you don't cash at least 65% in Draftkings double ups, you'll get your $50 back at the end of the year guaranteed. That's how confident I am in these picks. We are going to crush it. So make sure you sign up. And also, everybody keeps saying that you have to approve my account first. I approve it once you purchase something. That's so you can get access. If I approve you before, then you can see everything without purchasing. So that's why after you purchase something, then you get approved. But let's get on to the slate. So Draftkings, they left out the early games. It starts at 4 o'clock, unlike FanDuel. At pitching, we don't have a ton of top arms. We do have some top expensive arms, but only two guys above 10,000, Verlander and Kluber. Then we got Blake Snell against Houston. It's a pretty tough matchup, but Blake Snell is an outstanding pitcher. Definitely like him for GPPs. But I feel like I'm going to spend down at pitching a little bit today because I really want to pay out for these big bats. I'm going to start it off with Kyle Freeland at 9,000. And when I make these picks for baseball, I'm also going to be showing you guys the stats and the research behind these picks so you guys can see the insight that I have. Not just going to be naming players. I'm going to be showing you guys the research and why I like them. First up, Kyle Freeland. He is going into Miami to face a Marlins team whose offense was already one of the worst in the league last season. They did not get any better at all, replacing JT Realmuto. Justin Bour's gone. Their two best hitters from last season are gone. Realmuto was the best catcher in the league. He's gone. Their entire lineup, top to bottom, is complete garbage except for Castro. Freeland is a very good pitcher. He had a sub-3 ERA last season, 2.76, and he spends like half of his starts in Coors Field, which is super impressive. The fact that at home he was actually better on the road, but going into Miami, one of the best pitcher-friendly ballparks in the league, I feel like he's going to be able to make quick work of this Marlins offense, potential to go 7, 8, maybe 9 innings if he's feeling really good, because I don't see this Marlins team really going to put a big pitch count on him. I think he's going to cruise. He also does have some strikeout upside as well. So I love Freeland at only 9,000. I feel like he's a lock for not only the win, but also going deep in the game and getting a bunch of strikeouts. Finally, I also like a second pitcher I like is Eric Lauer at 5,600. So the reason I like Lauer is he was dominant this spring, 3 starts. He had a .5 whip, .50, 12 strikeouts in 10 innings. Last season, that was his first taste of action, but the last month, in September, he was outstanding. As you see, his game log 21, 12, and 22. He has strikeout stuff. He's looking a lot better. He's still very young. Last season was his first year in the league. This Giants offense is one of the worst in the league, right there with the Marlins. You know, the Giants have a couple decent players. Longoria is very old. He's going to be on the decline. Buster Posey has really lost all his power. McCutcheon's gone. Brandon Belt against lefties. He's not very good at all against lefties. So I feel like Lauer is a great option. He's very cheap, has 20-point upside. He's facing a very bad Giants offense in a great pitcher-friendly ballpark. And he allows you to spend it for bats. So I love Lauer. Now let's get on to the bats, where I'm going to give you guys the insight behind these picks. We're going to start it out with second baseman Whit Merrifield at $4,500. You can play him at second base. You can play him at outfield. I'm going to play him at second base. Whit Merrifield against lefties is just an absolute lock. If you look at his stats on Fangraphs against lefties last season, he hit .357 in 182 at-bats. He's also one of the best base stealers in the league. The thing I love about the Royals is they love to steal bags. Merrifield is at the top of the list, had 18 against lefties last season, 45 total. He has great power. I mean, he doesn't have great power, but he has great power against lefties because he can get on base and steal. For Draftkings, where you get 5 points for a stolen base, that is the same thing as a double. So you definitely want to take advantage of a guy that has a ton of speed. Carlos Rodon has been terrible this spring, ERA over 5. and he got absolutely rocked in the last month of 2018. So he does not look like he's in the right state of mind to be a pitcher. He's just been terrible this spring and also at the end of last season. So I think these Royals are a good bet. Some of them, especially Merrifield against lefties. Rodon also struggles against righties, so it's a great combination for Merrifield. Javier Baez at 4,800. The price tag on him is pretty solid here, getting him under 5,000. Had a career year last season where he hit 34 home runs. He is an excellent hitter. He's facing a lefty in Texas, which is the best ballpark to hit in. One of them, especially when it gets super warm in Texas. We know when the ball flies in like July, August. But it's still going to be decently warm in Texas this game. Baez against a lefty, Mike Minor. I love this spot for for Baez. Minor was bad against righties, gave up a lot of power to righties last season. And Baez hit 306 against lefties. He has decent power against lefties as well with a 269 ISO against lefties last season. I think it's a great spot for Baez going in Texas. Next up, we're going to move into the outfield with one of my favorite hitters in the league, Chris Davis at only 4,900. He had 49 bombs last season. If you played him every single day, you were probably made a lot of money on Draftkings as he hit a home run almost once every 3 games, which is outstanding. He has a ton of power against righties. For his career, he's been a much better hitter against righties than lefties, so he has that reverse splits that we like to talk about. He hit 256 against righties last season compared to just 219 against lefties. If you look at his power numbers against righties, they are through the roof. 315 ISO to go with a 374 WOBA. He hits the ball in the air a long way, and he has a very high fly ball rate, 49% against righties last season. I think it's a great spot for Chris Davis. He was also one of the few A's players that actually hit better at home than on the road. So even though Oakland's a big ballpark, Chris Davis, when he hits a home run, he hits it far. So last season, he was much better at home than on the road. 270 at home, 228 on the road. He already has hit a home run this year in the Japan series. I gotta love him. And then I love Corey Dickerson, 3,800. I like Dickerson a lot. He was very hot near the end of in the second half of last season. Hit 300 on the year, 13 home runs. Power numbers were down a bit, but he was very solid and consistent against a righty and Luis Castillo. Castillo was very bad against lefties last season. If you look at his numbers, 285 average against lefties with a 530 slugging percentage given up, 18 home runs to lefties. I love Dickerson in a spot to get a sneaky home run here. He's very cheap still at the outfield position, getting him at just 3,800. He's going to be hitting near the top of the lineup, probably 2 or 3. And he has power. He's facing a pitcher that struggles against lefties. Seems like a great spot for Corey Dickerson. So there you have it. Those are the 6 players that I like for this baseball opening day slate. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Join us for this year. I promise you won't be disappointed. You can hit the link in the description. And good luck tonight. Hope you guys all kill it.